The tragic election of Donald Trump to the presidency has to be put in perspective. If you really want to understand this tragic event, you have to put it in perspective. So just for a moment, put aside the candidates themselves. Put aside their faces, their names, their ideas, their agendas, and look at just one thing and one thing only. Look at the future, your children's future, the future of this country. One candidate made it clear that national security is a prime priority. The other candidate had made it clear that she couldn't care less about national security. She could not care less about you or your child being blown up in a terrorist attack. She could not care less if this country goes to hell, as long as she can have her way. And so the fact that the candidate that had pledged to protect you, to protect us, to protect the country, only got around 50% of the vote, and not a sweeping 80 to 90%. Of course, there has to be 10% of kooks and retards and people who are misguided and brainwashed who will vote against themselves. Maybe 10% who includes the terrorists and the white nationalists and the Nazis and these fringe people. Of course, they will vote for Hillary. But the fact that not 90 or at least 85% of the population voted for Trump is a tragedy. It means that there live among us so many people who are either completely not normal or so evil that they would have been gladly willing to follow a Stalin, a Pol Pot, a Hitler. And they did. And this is the tragedy of modern America. And I hope and pray that with 4 years of Donald Trump's presidency, maybe this can be somewhat, I'm sure it will not be fixed, but maybe it can be somewhat mended to a certain degree, especially via education. I pray and hope that Donald Trump and his administration will straighten out the education and the brainwashing that's going on in this country. Think about it, stop the rioting, and have a good night.